thanks for the chat. I want to talk to you today about Canada's team to the upcoming Pan Am Junior Championships. So let's start with some basics. When and where is this tournament being held?
It's going to be held in Brazil, a nice, I guess, coastal town, something like that. It's about a 2-hour flight from São Paulo. So looking forward to it. I hear it's a nice spot, but of course, we have a big contingent of players going. I start my journey to Toronto tomorrow. I'll leave on the 15th. The tournament technically is 19 to 21 for the team event of July, and then 22 to 26 for the individual portion. And we have.
So what divisions? Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So we have a team event that consists of the U19s. So we'll play, depending on the draw, different countries, and it is a team event. It's a bit of a mixed up team event this time. It's going to be almost like a rally point where one will play for, say, 11 points, and then the next one continues the score. So it's a bit of a relay thing.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, the World Junior has done that for several years. Youth Olympics did it once. So yeah, it's different. It's the first time that Pan Am has tried this. So we'll see how that goes. A bit of strategy as well, who you put in the lineup and stuff like that. So that's the team event, the first piece. And then we have a larger contingent coming for U13, 15, 17, and 19, which the U19s would already be there. But so we have a total, once the individual starts, of about 55 athletes. There'll be myself, that'll be head coach and the manager of the team. And we'll have 5 other coaches going. So we'll have a 6-coach support to go, coach all these athletes. And typically us and the US specifically bring lots of parents. So we have lots of support, cheerleaders as well. So it's almost like it's 55 times 2 or 3. So it'll be a very busy time. I've done them before. I haven't done the last few because of conflicts with other tournaments, but I am looking forward to I've seen a bunch of them now at the National Junior Championships, but I'm looking forward to this opportunity to see them again, because the U19 will also be taking to the World Junior Championships in Egypt. So that'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Lots of detail around this, and but it's a great event for our players. The parents, players alike, get very excited about this event. Very passionate.
It sounds like it's going to be like a carnival. I mean, I know the serious stuff, the tournament they want to play, but it sounds like it's going to be a treat for all the players as well. There's going to be some fun, and the atmosphere is going to be almost like a carnival, the way you portray it.
Yeah, it's so of course, they're pretty intense and invested. You see them at the national championships. Yeah. And then of course, this is now, they've got Team Canada. They've earned that on the back of their shirts. So they're very proud also to represent Canada at these events. And so they take it, the group gets together nicely, but also they're there to compete. And even though think, U13s and U15s, it's a vacation. I want to say they take the badminton piece very seriously. I'm hoping that they will have some fun time wrapped around the event, but we're there, number one, to compete. And
absolutely.
I'm hoping that they will come away having a great experience, and that's part of my goals.
That's great. So Mike, historically, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think historically we've done well at these junior championships, right?
We have. We always, of course, USs are typically our big competitor, big rival, especially in the team event. It has been in the past. You never know, but it has been for many years in the past. Canada versus US vying for the gold for the team event in the U19, and then quite a bit of the medal round will be Canada versus US, with others sprinkled in, because the Pan Am have been around this now a long time, and the other Pan Am countries are getting better and better. So you'll see now, them vying for as well. But the majority will still be Canada versus US, and we'll have heated competition with them.
Absolutely, yes. And in this time in Melio, it will all be all the more heated, I assume.
For sure. for sure.
Yes. I know as a national head coach, you don't want to be spotlighting a few athletes, but I'm sure some of our athletes have a better chance at a title just simply because of various causes and conditions. So, who are some of our star athletes that we should be looking out for?
Well, I'm not gonna try to put a spotlight on too many. I think if you look at our U19s now, we do have one of our top boys that's unable to go, but he's going to be doing Youth Olympics. That's Shari Agulia. That he'll be doing Youth Olympics. He'll be doing World Junior. So that's one of the boys that will not be there. We do have some repeat people that will have done World Junior before. Nathan Lee's one. We will have, we do have quite a few in the other age categories as well, and it'll go in cycles. We'll really be vying for instance, different times, different age categories. We'll kind of take the lead in some of the medal performances, but then it varies different years. Like
Yeah.
I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, U19s US were pretty strong last
Okay.
year, and I haven't checked to see if all of their players are back again this year, because of course,
Okay.
depending on what age they were
Yeah.
last year, first year, second year, U19.
Yeah.
And then so we'll be vying for medals for sure. I want to say in all categories, but
Okay.
sometimes US will be stronger in say U17, and then we'll be stronger in U15. Sometimes it's reverse of that. And the
Hmm.
U13 is just an all-out battle. You'll see 10, 11-year-olds going at just competing really, really hard. What I
Yeah.
what I is I'm so passionate about too is that development piece, and
Yeah.
one, the development of these young athletes, because I didn't pick up a racket as a player until I was 12, and I look at
Right.
these kids at 10, 11 years old. I'm going, it's just incredible the skill level that I want to, not just us, US as well, and other Pan Am countries, but the skill level at that age. And now it's part of our responsibility, of course, is just to keep developing, and with partnership with the clubs and the personal
Yeah.
coaches that they do have, because I don't see
Yeah.
these players an awful lot. I see them at the
Yeah.
junior national championships, and then some
Yeah.
junior elites. If I'm not in another country coaching, sometimes I'll
Yeah.
get to go to a couple of those tournaments, but most
Yeah.
times not. So
Yeah.
this is my big opportunity to see them and coach them, and that's why I'm one of the reasons why I said, you know what, I'm going to go this year. I didn't go
That's
the last
lovely.
2 years, so I made a point of making that commitment, and
That's
so I'm
lovely.
just yeah, I'm just excited about seeing what we can do, getting them ready for that next step as well. Because of course we're hoping that these players will, yes, of course, the U19s compete at World Juniors, but then these other athletes aspiring to, that level and beyond. And of course now we
Yeah.
have several athletes actually that are doing wonderfully international, and
Yeah.
that's another part of our conversation I want to say, and we'll get
Yes.
into that a little bit, is that motivation piece, and them looking ahead and thinking, I could be another
Oh, yes.
player. Yes.
Yeah. I spoke to a few athletes who are competing at the championships, and
Yes.
they're also very proud to be representing Canada and to have
Exactly.
this opportunity, regardless of the age level. I was speaking to kids who are 13 years old, and they're so passionate. They're preparing hard for the tournament. So they're invested in this. They are going there to win. The question that I have for you, Mike, is that about conditions. I mean, what sort of conditions should these athletes be preparing for in terms of weather or court surface? Anything that you can, share with us?
Well, this is another great experience for them to hit this on a younger age. Number one, the venues are typically more stadium like, because of course they need so many courts
Mhm.
to put into a large facility. So yes, sometimes they'll play in a warehouse type style, of course, that they'll have 10 or 12 courts, but this will be higher ceiling. There could be drafts in the facility. So, and then the other part about that is, of course, we try to prepare them as much as we can in advance, but really, typically Pan Am will have one practice. So there's
That's
no
it.
two, three, four. There's no use going to get acclimatized with the facilities beforehand.
Mhm.
You have one day, and I've actually long argued about that. You know what? You should be having at least another day, maybe another day. But
Yeah.
then, of course, the renting facility, the facility's not ready until that one day of practice. So
Yeah.
we want them to try to make the most of the practice that we have. Of course, the long travel, and our players travel so much. So now this is a 10-hour flight from Toronto to Brazil, and then a 3-hour layover, and then another 2-hour flight. So this
Yeah.
is what the athletes from 11 or so up until U19 will have to get used to. So this is
Yeah.
a great springboard to bigger and better things for our athletes, but to realize, oh, okay, I've got all this jet lag, and I've got this time change, which is not a crazy one for this one, but it's still good for them to get used to that sort of thing, because
Yeah.
that'll be a way of life for a percentage of them moving forward.
Absolutely, yes, exactly. So, Mike, I'm curious to know, you spoke about development. So, when you're coaching a junior athlete versus a senior athlete, what's the difference in how you coach?
Well, when you hit the senior level tournaments, even though, of course, there's always room for improvement on the technical side, but a lot of our, for instance, senior national team, even our next gen team, they're say 18 years up to 30 years old or plus, because Michelle's
Yeah.
plus, right? But it's the technical skills are very, very high. Then the others the ones that are going to Pan Am Junior will have very sound technical skills, but there's still a lot of room for improvement and
Yeah.
refinement. So we'll hit that a bit, and then what I'd like to see these athletes also be open to is, okay, my personal coach is not going. Yes, there's a few that are going that will be sprinkled in with a personal coach vibe, because we have a Mandarin coach, for instance, from Mandarin Badminton,
Yeah.
and Badminton from KC is not there, but there's other ones. And
Yeah.
yes, so there'll be a few athletes that may have a coach that they're familiar with, but for the majority of time, it's not the case. So
Yeah.
it's for them to have an open mind with also dealing with someone new, somebody that they're not
Hmm.
overly familiar with, because as they get to bigger events as well, lots of time personal coaches don't go. So now it's just not having that intimidation factor of, okay, Mike Butler is going to be coaching my match, giving me feedback. And I come from a background that it has, I didn't have a great or a personal coach at all in my a lot of my development years, but
Yeah.
I actually reveled in the idea of dealing with new coaches that would give me 1, 2, 3 tips, and then
Hmm.
times that by how many coaches, and all of a sudden now
Yeah.
my toolbox is pretty full of, I want to say, sound advice from different perspectives, different coaches that bring a different level, different outlook on things. And so I think it's a win-win, but
Yeah.
the players don't always think that, and I've I'm working through that with them, and
Yeah.
because we have a great group of coaches going for this one. And yes, it could be somebody that's not the person I deal with 6 days a week on my daily training. It's going to be,
Yeah.
oh, this is this person. And I'm going to have a great meeting with them before they start and say, hey, I don't
Okay.
want you to be intimidated. We're approachable, you know, go in with an open mind, and that sort of education.
Approach. Yeah.
And
Very flexible.
that's what I'm hoping, that they'll walk away in a positive way. You know what, coach gave me some sound advice, and then to
Yeah.
take back to their personal coaches after the event's over.
Absolutely, yes. So, in your mind, Mike, what would success look like at this tournament in terms of medals, wins? I mean,
Well, you
what would
you
it
can't.
look like for you?
Well, of course, we're very competitive. We looking at the team event. We so often, and I've done so many team events now, when whether it's Thomas Huber Cup on the senior stage or Sudirman Cup on the senior stage too. The team event that we're going to have for Pan Am, of course, our goal would be to get gold, but
Yeah.
that's we've lost the last few to the U.S. in the gold medal match, so we
Match.
know
Yeah.
we're up against it a bit with them, but that would be some measure of success. But I'm also looking at performance.
Uh-huh.
That did the players play well, and that can be also from the senior level, but this level included. Did we feel that the different players that we coached perform well? They felt good about their match. Yes, they were disappointed if they lost. Of course, if they won, they were happy. But if they in the losing ones, did they come away feeling pretty good because they put it all out there? That they learned a lot. They thought they played well. If that's the sort of thing, then that loss is not a terrible thing. We want them to go back with the feedback, go back with a result like that. And then now so many matches, of course, are taped as well, that they can look at those things, review those things, learn from those things, be motivated by those things.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. Sorry, Mike, I just have one more question for you. And so I want to, briefly touch upon the new point system, the 15-point game system that BWF has been proposing. Any thoughts on when Badminton Canada is planning to implement it and how you're going to progress it? I know Badminton Ontario is planning to implement it in September for Provincial A and Provincial B level tournaments. So what's Badminton Canada's position? When are you thinking of implementing?
So I've talked to a lot of coaches who actually have approached me about this as well. And then some players as well. They, especially the juniors, they want it in September as well. That's my recommendation, but it does go to the competitions committee and they vote on it. So I hear there's 3 options. One, September of this year. One is with the BWF one, which is January 27th. Or even September of 27. So those are the 3 possible options. My recommendation, especially if it's going in January 27 for BWF, is to do September. They want to, because there will be a different approach and different bit of strategy going on with that type of score system change. And so I think the coaches, the strong recommendation I've been given, and I've passed that on to the competitions committee, is they would like it also September 26th.
Okay. So, and do you have any idea when the vote will happen?
That's a good question. I haven't followed up on that because many different events. But you know what? I can reach out to the person that would know that answer, and maybe the answer is already now. But because I actually have a meeting with them tomorrow. So I'll write that down, and if I get an answer for you, I will text you.
Thank you, Mike. I'll appreciate that a lot, and all the best for the upcoming tournament. I mean, we wish all the athletes the best of luck, and I also hope you have a wonderful time coaching all of them.
No, thank you. I look forward to it. It's a different course, a different feel from you're coaching the senior national team that you've been around for quite a while versus now these athletes that are the younger athletes that are just so thrilled to be there. Not that the others are not at different times, but after they've done this for so long, the seniors, this is for some a first opportunity at the international stage representing Canada, and they're also thrilled about it. So I'm thrilled for them, and it's just a pleasure working with that group as well.
Absolutely, yes. Thank you. And on that note, thanks so much and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Take care.